Barca versus Elche, and this match made one thing clear. Hansi Flick's team is not at its best right now when it comes to dominating through possession. Yes, we won, but the control, the rhythm, the flow, they are still not where we want them to be. However, one thing you just can't deny. This team knows how to adapt. And if there is one thing Flick does brilliantly, it's making Barca adjust to whatever the opponent throws at them. Eder Sarabia came out brave. Man-to-man pressing, a high defensive line, waves of attacks. He wanted to suffocate Barca in their own health. But two mistakes from Elche and suddenly Lamine and Ferran put the coolest ahead. Yet beyond the scoreline, the way Barca played was different. Without Pedri, the team lost its connection between lines. Instead of positional control, we had to go direct, quick, vertical, with no pauses. And for the first time this La Liga season, we actually lost possession, 49 to 51%. But that's not the main point. Without Pedri, the team looked like it forgot how to move the ball calmly, how to build instead of run. And that's when he stepped up. Marcus Rashford. Unexpectedly, the Englishman became the beacon Barca kept looking for behind Elche's defense. Since we couldn't break them through midfield, the ball started flying into space, and Rashford turned them into danger every single time. Classic Marcus. One move, one burst, one goal. That combination, Casado, Firmino, Rashford, was pure electricity. He touched the ball more than anyone in attack, 47 times. More than Lamine, more than Ferran, and even more than Firmino, despite playing fewer minutes. That tells you everything. When Barca can't dominate with possession, Flick turns off pause mode and switches on Rashford, because he's the spark, he's the speed, the moment that changes the game. After the match, Marcus himself said, "I want to keep improving and help the team. I could have done better today, but I'm happy with my start to the season. We worked hard to win, step by step." And now it gets serious. Next up, Brugge in the Champions League and Celta in La Liga. These matches are not just about points. They're about getting Barca's identity back. The Barca that doesn't survive, it controls. Winning is good, but we need a Barca that plays its football again. If Rashford keeps being the spearhead and the team regains its control, this November could mark the start of a new rise. Coolest, it feels like the story with Raphinha is dragging on much longer than anyone expected. Remember that night at Carlos Tartiere when he came off injured in the 65th minute? Back then, Barca doctors said he'd be out for around 3 weeks. But here we are, more than 6 weeks later, and Raphinha still hasn't played a single minute. The reason is simple. His recovery didn't go as planned. After the October international break, rumors even started about a setback, which stopped him from playing against Girona, a match that was supposed to help him get fit for El Clasico. And here's the curious part. A few days before that, Raphinha actually joined part of the training session with the team. But the next day, he was out again. And of course, that immediately sparked talks of another injury. The club denied it, saying there was no relapse, just that his sensations weren't great and they didn't want to risk him against Real Madrid. Since then, complete silence. No official dates, no updates. Right now, he's still not training fully with the squad, but inside the dressing room, there's quite optimism. Everyone says Raphinha is finally on the home stretch of his recovery. Yes, he missed the game against Elche and he'll also miss Brugge, but coolest, there is a small ray of hope. He could actually travel with the team to Vigo. Still, it's unlikely he'll get minutes against Celta. No one's going to rush him back. First, he needs to feel the rhythm again. This week, he's expected to rejoin group training, at least partially. And there is another bit of good news. Ancelotti didn't include him in the Brazil squad, so Raphinha can focus entirely on recovering without pressure from the CBF. But there is also a but. Inside the club, there is still some concern about a possible recurrence. Even if he's ready, Flick might decide not to risk him. The German coach knows perfectly well how important Raphinha is. Not just on the pitch, but on the locker room too. His leadership, his voice, his energy, they meant a lot last season. And these one too, even though he's only managed to play 7 matches, 6 in La Liga and 1 in the Champions League, with 3 goals and 2 assists. So Yes, coolest. Without Raphinha, Barca has lost a bit of its fire. But the most important thing is that his return is getting closer. And when he finally steps back onto the pitch, we all want to see that same Raphinha again. Explosive, emotional, and hungry. We'll need him. Coolest, this could be the biggest story of the summer. Kane and Barcelona. It's no longer just a rumor. Kane is seriously considering Barca as one of his options for the future. His release clause is 65 million euros, which makes this transfer totally realistic. He joined Bayern in 2023 for 95 million euros, became the highest paid player in the Bundesliga, but included the clause allowing him to leave in 2026. And now, at 32, he's in insane form. 22 goals and 3 assists in 15 matches. Barca already took a risk with Lewandowski and it actually paid off. Now we need a new number 9, and Kane looks like the most realistic top option. Yes, Alvarez and Haaland are financially out of reach, but 65 million euros is a price the club could manage after reopening the new Camp Nou. The main obstacle is his salary. He earns 25 million euros gross at Bayern, and Premier League and Saudi clubs are already queuing up. Still, Kane wants to try La Liga, and it's Barca that truly attracts him. Flick loves the idea, and inside the club, they know. If Barca makes a move, Kane would say yes. Just imagine it, coolest. The new Camp Nou, a full stadium, and Harry Kane leading the line in Blaugrana colors. That would be a moment to remember, that's for sure. And now listen up. Lamine Yamal is back in the score sheet. 3 goals and 4 assists in La Liga, putting him 4th in the overall rankings, right behind Marcus Rashford. But what caught everyone's attention wasn't the goal itself, it was what happened after. No crown celebration this time. Yes, coolest. This time, Yamal didn't do his signature crown gesture. Instead, he kissed the Barca badge, even biting it with pure emotion, as if to say, "I'm here, I'm committed, and I feel every bit of this." That crown celebration had become his trademark, like LeBron James in the NBA, but now it's gone. And according to the show Katy Juegues on Cadena Ser, the reason might have nothing to do with football at all. Yes, coolest, it's because of Nicky Nicoli. Journalists confirmed that the first time Yamal made the crown gesture was when he met Argentine singer Nicky Nicoli. And now, right after their breakup, it's gone. Why did he stop doing it? I don't know, said reporter Santi Avalle. But I know the first time he did it was when he met Nicky. And now that they broke up, first match and no crown. So, that crown everyone thought was a symbol of arrogance was actually a gesture of love. No ego, just emotion. All that talk about Yamal being cocky, arrogant, or acting like king of the football now sounds ridiculous. As presenter Seki Rodriguez explained, he wasn't pretending to be king. He was dedicating those goals to Nicky Nicoli. Now she's gone, and he kissed the Barca badge instead. Young, but already mature. Honestly, coolest, this shows how fast Yamal is growing, not just as a player, but as a person. Instead of chasing social media virality, he showed real emotion and loyalty. The kiss on the badge wasn't just a celebration. It was a statement, a message that he's focused on the club, ready to move forward and maybe even healing through football. What is next? Will the crown come back? Nobody knows. Reports say he didn't plan to stop doing it forever, especially since there is a marketing angle behind it, just like with his 304 symbol. But right now, this moment feels different. It's as if Yamal is saying, "I don't need the crown anymore. The badge is enough." What do you think, guys? Should Yamal leave the crown in the past or bring it back when the time feels right? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one of them. And that's a wrap. Wanna dive deeper into the latest with Lamine Yamal and the end of his relationship with Nicky Nicoli and rumors about his new girlfriend, who looks like a real beauty and might just become his next spark? Jump over to the Barcelona Live app, where the Barca community is already discussing the story, sharing shots, and dissecting what this means for our boys' future on and off the pitch. Download or open Barcelona Live, check the news section, join the threads. Link is in the pinned comments. Visca el Barça, bye bye.